Let's take a quick look of how we can create new loads in the system. I'll select loads from the menu, click add. We can specify a name. In this case, I'll take the default. Rotate the rotary button to the next option, which is weight. We're going to be targeting 41.5 grains. We can rotate the rotary button to move between the various positions. In this case, I'm targeting 41.5 grains, so I'll go to the tens place, click enter. That puts that location into edit mode. I can rotate the rotary button to navigate between the values, click enter. That saved it. Rotate the rotary button again to a different position. So we can quickly specify a value. There's multiple values that a user can specify for a load. In this case, we don't need to do anything else. So we'll go ahead and back out. We'll navigate to dispense. Now what's going to happen is the mask fill should overthrow. And that's because the mask fill hasn't learned when it needs to stop. Again, we were targeting 41.50 and it overthrew. We'll go ahead and empty the cup, put it back on the scale. The system prompts us if you wanted to dispense another. We'll go ahead and click enter. Before I do so, we can see that the scale is reading 0.06. That means we have a little more powder left in the cup. Let me empty that out. Now we can go ahead and click dispense another. Now we can see that it stopped correctly. Usually it takes 2 to 3 dispenses for the system to learn when to stop. It took 7 seconds. We'll go ahead and dispense another. Here's a good example. So if the balance is not in the valid range, which is also configurable in the system, I have it set up for negative 0.02 to positive 0.02 as being the valid range. If it's outside of that valid range and I try to dispense another load, the system will tell me that it can't do that. It's telling me balance out of range. I have 2 options. I can either empty out the cup or I can re-zero. I'll go ahead and re-zero in this case because that's a little easier. And click dispense another. Okay, we can see that it finished 41.50 grains in 8 seconds.